So I had a viewer question about the baler. I'll put it on the screen if I can figure out how to, but he was asking how many bells the baler had done and whether the belts were original. To the best of my knowledge it was on 42,000 bells when I bought it. It's now on about 44, but they are, I believe they're original. They are starting to perish in a few places. Some places are absolutely fine. Like, that one's a bit the other side. But most of them, that one's a bit. This side seems to be worse than that side for some reason. That side, I did just look, the whole, like, all of them are perfect. But I know there is some that side that aren't quite, like I say, odd bits peeling, like he's peeled. It's like layers, there's layers of fabric and rubber. This has actually torn one of the layers of fabric off. But I still seem to beld 100%, no worries. The other day I was baling some real wet clovery shite, and like as the chamber opened, the fucking whole belt slat system just stopped going round. But luckily it was already netted at that point, so it wasn't too bad. When I say literally net one next to it, I reckon this one would have been parked with, like, say this one and maybe this one curved around one of the rollers, because it was parked for about 2 years when I got it. I reckon that's sort of why they're, I reckon the ones that would have been straight are fine, and then all of a sudden it's like a couple will be, but it only takes that one to go to completely fuck the whole belt. So yes. Also, yeah, would not be fun to change. They don't look very easy. They come off fine. Whether you'd want to buy those new brackets, because I don't think they'll be overly easy on coming out, to be honest. They might be. I think, though, they've been, like, cut and spread, so I don't know how easy they would be. Not 100% sure, but, yeah, and I would also say, if you were going to change the belts, change the bearings and all the rollers too, because I reckon you'd have to take all the roller bars out anyway to get the belts off, because you've got the bars going straight through the middle. The ones on the edge, you get away with leaving. There's one there and one there. They've got no bar going through because that's kind of the bell making bit of the chamber. But the one, there's two down there. Is there another one at the front somewhere? And the one at the top. Another one there, I think. There, yeah, straight ahead. Yeah. Do all the bearings in them, I would. 2 bearings in each roller. Fucking peace of mind then. If you had new belts and new bearings in all of them, well, the whole chamber would be like fucking new, wouldn't it? Also, another question at the front. Also, he was having trouble with net not spreading. One thing to try when not spreading fast enough is where you got this roller down here. That's another thing. Check everything rolls. When I first got this one, they wouldn't very well. This is some really cheap net. That's why there's bits everywhere. Try taking it off of this roller and putting it around that solid bar. That gives you more tension early on. I've done it a couple times, but after I got it running all right, I didn't need to. Yeah, check all these rollers, squirt WD-40 in the end of them and roll them around, and especially, oh, cannot see it, that one. He needs to be rolling just as easy as pie. That was one I had major issues with. Basically, just check them all, squirt WD-40 in the ends of them and roll them around. That's all I had to do. Didn't have to change the bearings, just get them rolling, squirt WD-40 in the ends, they'll be fine. Yeah, shouldn't need to adjust the brake if it's spreading normally. But yeah, just try that. That is a little cheat. I think on some of the newer balers, that would be a curved bar, similar to that one, where it curves up. Some of them have got it, they call it like a bullhorn bar or something. Some of the newer models have got the curve in it. This one doesn't, but it does give a little bit more spread if you do put it around there. Touch wood, I haven't been having issues, but I think they say straw or stemmy grass won't spread very well. That's when you normally need to use it, basically.